Kate Finance first. There we go. There we go. Okay, we record now. We record now.
I'm on my phone today, y'all. Work with me.
So, does that make sense though, Candace?
No, that makes sense. I think again, I keep going back to the how part.
Yeah,
I
the
keep, I
how
keep
was gonna get
I
you.
keep struggling with that
It's
because
the number one.
that was a how thing right there. I'm just like, so how is this? You just like, no, just go with the feeling and go with it, like you good.
Yeah, yeah, but at the same time, you know specifically you want clarity.
Yes.
So
Okay.
that's important to know. So yes, it's a feeling,
Mhm.
but specify it. I want clarity. I am unclear right now. So what the easy way to do it is what's the frenetic feeling? What's the negative feeling you feeling? Okay, just define the opposite and make that the goal first. That's usually a safe bet. All right, I'm unclear. I want clarity. That's what I want. Because I'm unclear. I want clarity. Give me clarity. That's what I'm asking for. And remember to physically write the goals down. So today we're going to be talking about action. We're going to be talking about a little bit of review on goals, but we're going to be talking about action and what the right action is and how to do the right action and how to know you in right action. Because action at the end of the day is funny. 99.99% thoughts. We talk about that, right? But it is 0.1% action, but it's still action there. So you have to know what is right action. Okay, we're going to talk about that today. We also going to talk about if you feel, it depends on what your goal is. If you have a tangible physical goal and you want to do something physically, there's a process to it. There's a process to it. All right, it's a process to it. So know what the process is. You got to know what the process is. And that's what we're going to go through today. But before I go through, I want to hear anybody else having any specific challenges because I want to speak to the specifics today. Any specific challenges? Oh, thank you, brother. Okay. Jay, go ahead.
Well, I can give you all kinds of specifics. One specific, I have already been on stage front and center. And when I was maybe 20, I was caned off stage. So I have one of these imprints of overdoing it, of getting to that place too fast. And I wasn't ready. In hindsight, I was out of my mind going for what I went for. And I had this false understanding that I could just wing it. And that was wrong.
Yeah. Energetic imprints. So when it comes, it sounds like it's an energetic imprint. So you had an experience that you were on stage, you got canned off stage, like, get off.
Right.
Gave you a negative imprint about that experience, felt like you was going
for specifically large audiences.
Okay.
I played in coffee houses and was fine. It was maybe 50 people, 100 people. This was over, 1,500, 2,000 or more. I mean, it was a bigger event. And I crumbled. So that was one experience.
Okay. And so that's similar to, thank you, Jay, for that. So what it sound like had the experience is energetic imprint, specifically with bigger crowds. And the idea, it just brings that same energy back up. That's an energetic imprint. Is a little bit different to handle energetic imprint. So let's talk about that really quick. So we're talking about action today, right? Action is only hindered by, actually, what Jay just explained, energetic imprints. You have a negative connotation with the action you want to take. So if you have a negative connotation with the action you want to take, it's going to come up when you go to take that action. Here's the deal. There is you have to get rid of the imprint. 100% you got to get rid of the imprint. How do you do that is the question. One way is called EFT tapping. I sent that to you, Candace. I remember sending EFT tapping. I'm gonna be sending that to the group. It is one of the only ways that I've found to blow out energy in the body. Meaning, if you have some negative experience, let's say a family member dies, or you get in a car accident, or like I got in a car accident when I was 12. It didn't seem traumatic to me though. But I had more traumatic experiences with my dad. One of the traumatic experiences were I'm a talker, right? I'm talking. My dad go, "You are a motor mouth." And I'm like, "What's that?" I'm excited to find out what it is. I'm like, "What's that?" He's like, "You talk 24 hours a day, 7 days a week." I was like, oh, he doesn't want to hear me. And I stopped talking unless I knew people wanted to hear me. From that day, I was 6 years old. I still remember like it was yesterday. So that's an energetic imprint that was in my body, that I won't talk unless I know people want to hear me. If I talk before people want to hear me, I'm nervous that I'm being annoying. So that was one of the energetic imprints I had. So everybody has these energetic imprints from childhood, from an adult telling you something that you can't do, from an authority figure telling you that you're sick or this or that. It's an energetic imprint. So when you go to do something that with that same energetic imprint, you can't. It's like something literally stops you and you freeze. It's like, I can't move. I can't do it. So how do you get that energy out? I'm going to show you a tapping technique today. All right. See, that's it. It really traumatized me, but I'm a talker. So I had to keep talking. So I really talked my way through it. And even while I talk, sometimes the voices were still in my head, like, you're annoying, you're talking too much. So I had to learn to just work through that. And I'm still working through it even to this day. Even though I speak clearly, I speak well, speak confidently, I know more, I speak with more intent now because of that experience. And that actually helped me to speak with more intent, because if I'm speaking with intent, I know that I'm doing the right thing. So that energy is more authentic, more aligned than the fearful energy of I'm being annoying. So it actually helped me a lot. Anyways, here's what you have to do. You have to blow out the energy in your body. And you cannot do this unless you're at the height of fear. You're at the height of fear. So this is what I mean, or the height of the emotion. So let's say you are about to go on stage. Let's say, Jay, you're about to go on stage. You have to face this again. Go on stage in front of a larger crowd of people, or even close your eyes and put yourself as deeply into the experience as you possibly can until the fear is at its highest. Okay. Preferably, you want to be at the experience, be at the stage, about to go on stage. At that second, you do a sequence of tapping. This is what I've done, and I've been doing this for a few years. I know me and Alicia met. I was doing it a bunch of times because I needed to blow out a bunch of energy. I was getting annoyed all the damn time. So this is how you do it. I start at the top right of the eye. By the way, let me first explain what this is. There are energy meridians going through your body. Energy meridians. What a meridian is a channel. It's experiencing like a channel. Just like you have veins in your physical body. Law of correspondence, as above, so below. Those veins that flow blood through your body are exactly the same energetically as the energy meridians that flow through your body. Now, when you have these blocks that actually stop you from moving, you literally stop. What is happening is there's energy trapped in a part of your body, in an energy meridian. So it was a doctor, his name was Roger Callahan. Roger Callahan found that therapists were not wanting to make their patients better. They wanted them to stay sick so that they could just keep them as patients. But he actually wanted to change things, so he went to all these different alternative therapies. When he went to one of the therapies he went to acupuncture. Acupuncture deals with the same energy meridians. He went to Chinese medicine. What he found was there were these energy meridians, and he said, I need a quick way. And essentially he found, I need a quick way to blow the energy out of these meridians, because that's the issue. Energy is blocked up in the meridians. Okay. The places that we tap are points of energy that if you tap them in this certain sequence, they will blow out the energy in your body for the most part. Now, if you want to get very, very specific, you got to go directly to Callahan. I do a general tapping technique. It works for me. It will work for you majority of the way. If it doesn't work the first time, do it again. It shouldn't take 2 or 3 times. It should work the very first time, but you got to be at the height of the emotion. So here it is. Anytime you have a negative experience, you start tapping the top right eye of the eyebrow. You tap here. Next, just for a few seconds. Next, under the eye here. After that, it's under the nose. After that, it's the chin. Okay. From there, collarbone. Next, under the arm. Here. Next, side of the hand. So you do this for a while. This is the reversal point. So if you ever catch yourself saying things in reverse order, like, sad that I'm about to be a millionaire, rather than I'm happy I'm about to be a millionaire. That's a simplistic example. If you catch yourself accidentally saying that, it's a reversal. Something's reversing in that statement. So it's not, it's called, they call it a Freudian slip. It's actually energetic. So you tap the side. Next, go back to the collarbone. Small of the eye. Top of the head. Done. Now, after that, you'll feel different. I did see that light just flicker. But at the end of that, you'll feel different. But remember, you're doing this, you got to learn a technique. But at the height of the experience, if you do the tapping technique, it'll blow out the energy and you can make a new decision. It's moving stuck energy, yes. That's
Is there a comment? Is there, in other words, I'm vaguely familiar with the technique, haven't done it in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I remember there could be a repetition of a line. Do you remember?
I don't remember exactly. I just do the general. So I'm very general.
So you're doing the point without any thought pattern.
Without any thought pattern right now, yeah. I'm not doing a specific thought pattern, right? I'm just doing a general.
It's literally height of the emotion, do the sequence, forward and reverse.
Exactly.
That's interesting. I'm a hypnotist by trade, and we did discover EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, for those who want to know what it stands for. And this technique was used similar but different. So I don't personally think it matters at all what order, what sequence, or anything. There's all kinds of places you can tap. Another thing is there's a thought that I originally had, which is interesting because I thought there was a line that was said to release and let go. And it was something along the effects of I release and let go,
Yeah.
or something to that effect, which was like a self-hypnosis in my mind. But if it's done without any words at all, and you know the meridian points to hit, that's an experiment I've not tried. So I'd be interested in looking at that and seeing if that's a benefit.
Yeah, try that. That's what works for me. So height of the emotion. Try anytime that you feel negative emotion. Anytime you feel negative emotion, do it. This is just it's a cheat code. It's a shortcut. Now, once you get to a certain point, you can just change your thoughts. Once you get to a certain point, you can just switch it. Now, you always do it anyway. This is good. It's from the creator. It's showing me what to change. You always do that, no matter what. So this is good. It's good. It's from the creator. It's showing me what to change. I get to change now. Boom. As soon as you get that experience, flip it. That is the key to this. Now, after you flip it, you have to do the action. Today is about action, right? Today is about action. You have to do the action. If you tap and you run away from the action, it's pointless. Okay? Tap, it will release energy as much as possible and move forward after that every time. You might be tapping and doing the technique 6, 7 times an hour, 8 times an hour. It all depends on how much negative energy you have. What's happening is it's keying in a negative response. That's what's happening. It's keying in a negative response. Okay, you know it's there. Anytime you feel reactive, tap. Anytime you feel a height of fear, tap. Anytime you feel totally fucking annoyed, tap. Anytime you feel pure anger, tap. First, make a decision from there and then tap. Okay. You use anger. Okay. If you get that height of emotion, make a damn decision and then tap and get grateful. But you got to understand, this is energy we're working with. So here, let's talk about the actions. Okay. So how do you figure out what action to take? Okay. Good. Good. Look, how do you know what actions to take? You don't know what actions to take unless you know your goal. You don't know what actions to take unless you are clear about your goal. So let's take Candace for you, for instance. You say, I want clarity, right? Okay, what am I supposed to do in this situation? Right now, I'm going to stop, no matter what the situation is, stop. This is good. It's from the creator and it's showing me what to change. And I know I want clarity, so this is helping me create clarity. That's what you say. Because it's what you've been asking to create. It's what you've been creating. Okay? So if you say, let's say Jay, you're like, I want to overcome specifically this fear of being in front of huge crowds, not small ones, big ones. I'm overcoming that fear. Okay, what action should you take? I need to set up a situation to be in front of big crowds. I don't know when that's going to happen, but that's my goal. How do I set this up? I don't know. But this is what I need to do. Okay? So set that up. Or let's take Tanya. Let's say you have a goal, business goal, fitness goal, whatever it may be. Okay, I know what I want. I know what actions I take because I know what I want. I need to go to the gym at this time. Or you said I want a goal that excites me. Okay, today I want a goal that excites me. I want to do something that excites me. I want to go toward a goal that excites me, big enough to excite me, small enough for me to know I can accomplish it. Okay, today I want clarity on that. First thing I say in the morning. Okay, what is my vision? Let me write it all over again. Beginning of the day. Whatever your goal is, it guides your activity. Okay? So understand, you cannot know what to do unless you have a clear vision and a clear goal. It will guide all of your decisions. All right? Secondly, when you go to take action, you have to take action consistently. Everybody wants to take it's a poke it with a stick method. I'm gonna give you the story. Poke it with a stick method is this. It's two kids. They see some kind of creature. They take a stick, they walk up to the creature, and they poke it, see if it moves. And they back up. They wait for it to move. And they look at each other, and it's like it didn't move. And you go up to it and you poke it with a stick again. See if it moves. You look at each other, it don't move. You poke it with a stick. That's a poke it with a stick method. It's not enough activity. Now smack the dog, it'll get up, it'll turn around, you'll see it. Or here's the other story. Here's an even better story. It's called the water pump story. Everybody remember this story. This is the key. So it was a guy it was two people in the village. One was new, one was a veteran. The older lady was a vet. But it was a new guy in the village. His job that day was to go get water from this well. And the well had a pump. It was a water handle that you pump. So what he would do, he went over to the well and he started pumping the water handle. And he would pump and pump and pump and pump and pump, and no water would come out. So he waited, and because he would back up, he would wait on it, and there would be no water. So you go back up to the pump again, and he pumps and pumps and a little bit longer. Pump, 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 pump. Back up and wait for the water to come out. Couple drops, but no water's coming out. He does it again. Pump, 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 pump. Back up, watch for the water to come out, and the water didn't come out. He thinks the well, the pump is broken. So he leaves, and as he was leaving, an older lady, vet in the village, comes up and she's about to get water. He's like, ma'am, the pump is broken. You don't even want to use it. It's broken. She said, it's not broken. Let me show you. She goes over there. She pumps and 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 pumps, 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 pumps. No water. Pump, pump. He's like, ma'am, it's broken. There's no water coming out of the pump. She's like, she just keeps pumping. Pump, 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 pump. Boom. And then water starts to pour out. And it's flowing out. And she filled one bucket. And she filled a second bucket. And she filled a third bucket. And hit the handle again. Boom, boom. And it poured out even more. She filled up a fourth bucket, a fifth bucket, a sixth bucket. And the water is still pouring out. And he's like, how did you get the pump to work? She said, the trick is you have to pump it until it pours out. That's the water pump story. It's exactly how life works. It's exactly. You will be pumping the handle for a long time with no results. This is what people don't get. It's very difficult to understand this because we come from an instant gratification culture. We come from employee mindsets, a lot of us, not everybody, but we come from instant gratification culture where you're supposed to get some type of immediate gain. We live on social media where you get immediate gratification. Understand, action, massive action for a very long time is required before you get any results. You have to invest with no returns for a long time before you get results. Okay? There we go. Hey, Sarah, that's exactly it. Now, what's the important factor to be able to pump for that long? Number one, you have to love what you do. Number one. If you don't love what you do, you're going to quit. Okay? You're gonna quit. People tell you, you don't need to love what you do. You need to just be good at it. You're never going to be unbelievable at something if you don't love it. Because somebody else does love it. They're going to not only work equally long or longer than you, but they're going to give it more care and attention to detail because they love it. They're not doing this because they have to. They're doing it because they love it. You're going to cut corners. You're going to try to figure out the short way. You're going to try to figure out how to get paid quicker. Oh my God, get this over with. Because you don't get it. So first, you have to love what you do. This is the number one factor on results coming. Number two, while you are pumping the handle, meaning getting to work, while you get into work, you need to remember this. I want to ask y'all a question. Which one is more important? Get results. If I take action and I get results, or I take action and it feels good, which one is more important?
Feels good.
The feeling, yeah.
There we go. Because if you're doing actions and you get results, but you don't feel good, ultimately you're going in the wrong direction. Okay, Sarah, 1 second, Jay. Sarah had her hand raised. Go ahead, Sarah. Say what you were gonna say.
Oh, I was saying that just kind of tagging on to what we're talking about, I have to keep reminding myself because I have these moments of like doubt where I'm like, oh my God, I have been like manifesting this and doing like what I call like my ritual like every single day and like committing and staying disciplined and like doing all these things. And then I have these moments of frustration. I'm like, what the hell is the point? But then I have to go back and be like, no, what I experienced was real. What I know is real. What I've seen is real. So
Yes.
like, and because I had a moment where I was able to kind of see like what was going to happen. Um, and so I have to constantly remind myself of that.
You do.
And that's really hard sometimes though, because again, like you get sucked back into the matrix of what we're in right now. And you're like, oh my God, the psychological warfare keeps me busy with trying to like stay aligned with my goal. Cause I mean,
Yes.
it's obviously meant to distract and like deviate me. I mean,
Mhm.
they're trying to succeed, but like, I'm built different.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. How many other people feel the exact same way? We're all the same on that. It's the key is instant gratification. We got to get over it. Go ahead, Jay. What was you gonna say?
I'm on, right? Okay. So I had an aha moment. I had to make a note that I had an aha moment. There was a feedback loop, and the feedback loop gets broken with the EFT, and the
Mhm.
feedback loop of that negativity is interesting because I understand it now completely. We got to keep positive mindset continually, nonstop, no matter what, and
Yes.
feel super amazing about everything, whether it goes good, bad, ugly, disgusting. Just, yeah, isn't it wonderful? I screwed up.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
God. What a breakthrough. Thank you.
Yes. That is an incredible breakthrough. That's
Yes.
it.
Yes, yes.
That is it. Jay, you just said everything.
I lost my mojo when I gave it away and I said, oh, I guess I just can't do this. The reason
Uh-huh.
I quit on myself on that level was based on arrogance, stupidity, not practicing enough, acting like I could just wing it, which was insane. I was 19 actually when I did that.
There
So
we
that's
go.
how long ago I was on the path and I had this big, oh, I can't do it.
And
But I
here we go.
can, but I can, but I can.
Take that power back. It's time to take that power back. Sarah just said, time to take that power back. Now that you recognize it. Thank you for your story is going to be one of the best stories. I can't wait to see the end of it because you're right in the end of it. I cannot wait to see it because I want everybody to realize there's no such thing as too late. No such thing as too late. No such thing. I think Colonel Sanders got his chicken recipe out when he was
63, I believe, and I'm 65, so I'm going to beat him on age.
beat him.
But
You're gonna beat him. That's the whole thing. There we go.
the funny thing is, and this is not that funny to me, but it's funny in general, that timing is everything. And there was a song that was incubating back in, I'm going to say probably the early 90s. I had a friend, no, actually, it's 84. I know the year because his girlfriend's twin sister I was trying to date at the time. And I ended up writing like 26 love songs about her. It's like, oh my God. And some of them would be great when they actually come out because I've been writing since 74 and I've got material that is beyond. And I own it all. I never gave it away. And back in the day, Motown wanted me to sign and all this. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to be a songwriter. I want to be the artist. So anyway, and that was 19 years ago. So yeah, there's a crazy history behind my whole story. And I've worked with people that work with Michael Jackson, Beyonce, Knowles, Outkast, blah, blah, blah. But my arrogance killed me. It killed me. I'm telling you, if anybody's got arrogance in this group, kill the arrogance because that is a nightmare that needs to disappear.
Yes.
I just need to say that. But committing to the ritual and like this daily practice, it's like it takes up so much time, but it has to be done.
Has to.
It's like if it's not done, there's a feeling of, but I didn't do this yet. And this whole process. When I grew up, I had like SDE, shower, dress, eat. You know, then I had X, exercise, or maybe R, run, or whatever it was. And it was like, boom, 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 get it done. Because then I had to go to school or I had to do work, whatever else I had to do. Yet I had to do what I wanted to do in addition to what I had to do until you get to the point where you're financially free. Then you don't have to do damn thing except what you really want to do. So get financially free as soon as possible so you can then do what you want to do. But then you got to do it and not just say, oh, now I'm free, because then that's another trap. And that's another conversation you might want to talk about being
100%. 100%. Jay, look, Jay said it. How many other people can relate to that experience, though? I mean, I know I can relate to the experience because I had so many things that I wanted to do, but arrogance literally destroyed me. I had a business, thriving business, but I was at the top of my game, and I thought I knew everything. As soon as I thought I knew everything, I lost everything. It took 7 years to get it back. So when my arrogance literally just took me down because I thought I knew everything. I thought I knew how I got there. I thought I knew everything. You don't know anything is what I had to tell myself. So this is back to action. Thank you, Jay, for the breakthrough. The point is you have to feel good. So number one, you have to love what you do. If you do not love what you do, you will not do it long enough, consistently with the right energy. It's impossible. You can't do it. So number one, you got to love what you do. Number two, remember the question, which one's better? If you take the action and get results, or you take action and feel good? Take action and feel good is always correct. Take action with results and you feel bad, you're ultimately going in the wrong direction. It's going to be a dead end. Even if you start succeeding, the divine has some way of making you fail. It just happens. I can't explain it. I promise you. I remember reading Napoleon Hill's book, The Law of Success. He had this whole chapter on him failing a bunch of times. And it was crazy because I remember reading it with Alicia, and I'm like, Alicia's like, that's you. I'm like, yes, that's me. Because I kept doing things that my soul didn't want me to do. That's it. As soon as I start doing what my soul wants me to do, I start succeeding. I don't even want to, Lisa, I don't even want to do this. But it's working. Why? Because I'm supposed to do it. And I feel even better doing it. I did really want to do it, but my mind told me I didn't want to do it.
It's a cosmic reward. It's a cosmic reward.
Yes.
That is the reward.
Yes.
Inside, I knew from a little child, I had
this
excitement. I'm 10 years old. I knew it.
Yes.
But then I had no mechanism to make it work. So
that's why you're here.
I fell off the cart. And
there
then
we go.
Here we are today. But
here we are today.
Here
we are today. So you here today. Let's move it. So we know that second thing, right? Okay. Now, if you got these two things, you know what you want. Now, if you don't know what you want, go back to step one. Ask for clarity if you don't know what you want. You need to be asking for clarification if you don't know what you want. Once you do know what you want, write it down, okay? And remember, you have to love it. You have to totally love what you're doing. You will fail if you are not doing what your soul wants you to do. It's just the way it works. Now, the other side of that polarity is you automatically succeed when you do what your soul wants you to do. It's automatic. You just start succeeding. But so third thing, what type of action should you take if you don't know what action to take? Do the thing you are most afraid of doing. Easy. It is the easiest shortcut. Do the thing you are afraid to do. Easy. You don't even have to think about that. What are you scared to do? And the voice in your head will be like, oh, I'm not scared. Okay, then do it then. If you're not scared. Because the voice in your head will trick you and say, oh, no, I don't have fear. It's more like, and then to try to change the word. Okay, do that then. That's how the opponent sounds. It always try to change the words and make it sound better. Okay? Whatever you are fearful of doing, do it. If that is, and I'm talking about, if that's call a family member and apologize, do it. If that's called a fan, that's called a person who annoys you. Call them. If that is actually put the music out, do it. If that's get in the studio and sing some words, Leisha, do it. Okay? Because I just had Leisha do that. She just came to the studio, just sang some words. She was scared. And I was like, that's the point. That is the point. You have to do the thing you are scared to do. If you're scared to write and post something, write something and post it. If you're scared of being on video, get on video. If you're scared to go live. All you need to be doing is going where your fears tell you not to go. Just go in that direction. You're doing the right thing. Trust me. Trust me. You don't have fear around things that you're not supposed to be doing. The only natural fear there is, I think, is of falling in loud sounds. I think that's the only fears there are as a baby. Lisa, go ahead. She about to talk. Okay, all right, go ahead.
Okay, so I think my problem is that I know what I don't want, but I don't know what I do want.
Okay.
So I don't
So
know how to move. You know?
okay, this is an easy one. This is an easy one actually. So if you know what you don't want, get a piece of paper like this. Get a piece of paper like this. Fold it down the middle like that, and write down what you don't want on this side. Describe it. Just write down what you don't want. And then on the other side, after you're done with it, go line for line and write the opposite. The exact opposite. Rip this side of the page off after and just keep the right side. And you know what you want. It's super simple. That's the easiest one. Because you don't really know what you want until you realize what you don't want. The knowing what you don't want is actually the benefit. That's the only time you can really make a decision too. So you're in a good spot.
Okay.
But you gotta hate it enough is the key.
Yeah.
You gotta hate it enough to be like, I am not having this no more. You just gotta get to that point. Now, if you're not at that point, cool. Just recognize it in yourself. I'm getting some type of benefit from this. What benefit am I getting from being in a situation? Let me assess the benefits I'm getting from the situation. Okay, are they worth the benefit of getting out of the situation? That's another one that you do because we always get benefits from something that we're doing. So you got to assess the benefits you're getting from the negative too. You might be getting attention, it might be letting you off the hook on something. It might be just protecting your own ego, something. You know what it is. You got to look for that though. Okay. Thank you, Lisa, for coming up and talking. Appreciate you. Okay, so is this helping anybody? All right. Next, here's a statement. Here's a statement. Do the right things long enough consistently. Do the right things long enough consistently. Let's qualify that. Right things. What are the right things? The only way you know what the right things are, once again, is if you have a goal in the first place. You don't know what the right things are unless you have a goal. But shortcut, the right things are overcoming my fears every day and taking action toward the goal. What does that mean? If it's a book, write every day. If it's music, sing every day. If it is taking care of the family, do something for the family every day. If it's making money, go to work and talk to clients every day. It's very simple, y'all. It's not hard to think about what to do. The hard part is overcoming the fears to doing it. So you got to do the right things. If you don't know what the right things are, go back to step 1 of the 5 fundamentals, know who to listen to. Go find a mentor, emulate them. Somebody who has what you want and has been where you are, okay? Has anybody been in my situation? Let me go look them up. Let me go find out, okay? Are they where I want to be, okay? Yes. Follow them. Ask them. DM them. Do anything you need to do to find out exactly what they did. Then you'll have a roadmap. Okay, now less than 1% how, right? So what? Do it anyways. You know you need to be doing, okay, you know what direction you're going on, do it anyways. Let the light use you. The light can't use you unless you do something. Okay, so do it. Find that person. That's how you find out what to do. Do the right things. Long enough. What's long enough? Until it works. That is long enough. It is not 6 weeks. It's not 2 years. It's not 10 years. It's not 6 decades. It's until it works. Now, you're not doing the same exact thing, okay? You're going to do a thing and you're going to iterate. That means I learn from my mistake and I'm going to do this a little bit better. Boom. Just like I did with the videos. I've grown a lot of social media accounts to big numbers, right? What do I do on these accounts? I will try stuff and try stuff and try stuff and try stuff and try stuff until something works. You just gotta, the formula is find all the ways not to do a thing and what you're left with. You're left with the way to do it. It's the only thing left. That's the formula. That's actually the formula. Just find out all the ways that don't work. Find all the ways that don't work to get a soulmate. You will get a soulmate at the end of it, probably, because you're gonna know everything that don't work. Look, you're Alicia. Look, do all the things that don't work to get a sale, and you will eventually get a sale. Okay? All you have to do is learn all the ways not to do a single thing. You will eventually end up with the thing because you run out of things that don't work. You run out. Give yourself 3 to 5 years. Pick something that actually matters, though. That's the key. I'm not spending 3 to 5 years on something that I don't love. So go back to the first one. Love. Look, crazy. I'm exhausted. Look, hey, you got to try something new again and again without no loss of faith.
That's why
you gotta love it. You gotta love it. You gotta love the idea. Me, I'm now for a person where I come from, you're not supposed to love as much as you love money or success. I want love. That's what I wanted. So my whole life, I had to learn how to become the kind of man who could attract the highest quality woman I wanted. That's what I had to learn. And I learned along the way, begging doesn't work. Wanting it so badly doesn't work. Being weird doesn't work. Buying roses don't work. It don't work. And you know, people think it worked. I'm like, I can tell you that don't work. Like, I tried everything. You got to become your full version of yourself and be on your purpose and love yourself and appreciate everything and everyone. And then naturally what come to you, it come to you. That's what I realized. And it worked. That's how I know. So you got to know what doesn't work. I know everything that don't work on that path. At least you know everything that don't work on the path to soulmate too. Okay, we know what doesn't work, but here's the deal. We actually have it. That's why we tell the story. I'm not telling the story that I don't have yet, because what's the point? I'm just telling the sob story. I'm not going to tell you a sob story. Why? Because it's going to mess up my mentality. Okay, so this is back to action. This is what you want to do. You want to never tell anybody about your big vision except your mastermind. It's another thing about action. You will steal your own power of action if you tell other people about your big vision. By the way, they don't care either. They don't care about your damn vision. They don't care. They don't care. And if you hit it, they probably just going to be jealous because they're not doing anything. Stop telling people your dreams. It's pointless to tell your dreams. Stop telling everybody. You know what you're doing when you're telling everybody? You're getting approval and attention, and that's all you're going to get because that's what you wanted. Guess how I know that? I was the master of it. I told everybody my damn plans. Because what did I want? Attention. I got approval. They're like, that's a great idea. Wow, that's all I wanted, is to know that my idea was great. I'm the king of that. It doesn't work, okay? This is what you do. If you want to tell somebody something, go do it and then show them the results. then you can talk about it. So when I say, look, $21,000 direct deposit in my account, spontaneously, they told me I could keep it. When I say mindset stuff works, I'm not talking out of the side of my neck. That actually happened for me. When I say, no, you can cure cancer, I'm not talking about it from theory. In the group we ran, a lady came to us with her son had cancer. Month later, does not have cancer because of what we did. I know that from experience, not from a theory. I didn't do this in a theory. I didn't read a book about it. I did read a book about it, but then I did it. So now I have the direct experience. So go for the direct experience of things and then show people by the experiences. They say, you can't do that. And just show them. That's my favorite thing to do. That's what you should want to do. Here it goes. You say, you can't do that. Here, I did it. That's what you want to be like. They told me, look, Josh, you shouldn't do sales. It's risky. What? Now this is back when my mom was like, get a degree, go to college. I'm like, I failed everything, Mom. Don't you realize? I don't belong here. I went and did the sales and I'm winning. Okay, why? Because I didn't listen to her. I did it and then showed her. Now my mom is taking risks. My mom is more bolder. She would have never left her home city, her home state. My mom is literally getting married. I'm so happy for her. She engaged to get married, about to move down to Louisiana with her new man. She would have never done that. I'm telling you. And you don't know how excited I am because I remember talking to her about that stuff. So people will change around you. I know that this works to change people around you because I do the golden funnel. So I watched my mom change. So the point is, do not tell anybody about what you're doing. Show them. Show them. Okay? Dana, you got a question?
Yes, I do. I was about to wonder if you're gonna leave me on a leave hand up in the air all night, Josh. I'm just kidding, y'all. So I felt really bizarre this week reaching out to the people. Like, I was just given two names of these two people that I know one of them very well. One of them I just kind of know. And I was just shown, hey, you're going to be working on this project with these people. But I didn't really know what to tell them about it other than, hey, I've been given a vision that I'm supposed to do this thing and I have no details about it, but I wanted to loop you guys in and know that I'm working on something. Like, that seems so bizarre to me. Because I didn't have any details to give them really, but should I have held on to that for longer?
Well, if you got told to call them, did you get told to call them? Tell them to call them? That's what you got told,
well, they
right?
told me that they were getting ready to plan a baby shower for somebody that was a Handmaid's Tale theme and wanted to know.
Well, I mean, this is what I'm asking. Before you reached out to them, did you get a signal in a ping, like a hunch to talk to them? Is that what you got?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all that matters. If you get the hunch, next thing, just follow the hunch. Now, at the same time, when I get a hunch, I'm my whole key, do it now, do it now, do it now. You did it now. Okay, now, after that, what happened? Did you get another step? Or did you ask for clarity for the next step?
I have not yet. No.
Okay, that's the next thing to do. So after you reach out and you do the first action, okay, I did that. Immediately after that, okay, what's the next step?
Okay.
Next step, right. And you can probably, if you keep in the vision, this is one of the keys, and we'll do this at the end. One of the keys is step in the vision, and then you'll get the next step. You'll get the next step. Good point, though. Good point, though. So, Kobe, I know you've been having some success. I wanted to ask you to unmute and talk about some of the successes that you had with using it, because I know you've been speaking out loud. You've been doing a lot of speaking out loud, and you're more clear on your goal than some of the other people, and it might help them to hear what you've been doing.
Yeah. Man, thanks for letting me share.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't want to I know like this whole journey is different for everybody, so
Mm-hmm.
just grain of salt, I guess. This is just what worked for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, God, I don't even know where to start. Yeah, I guess meditation. Um,
Hold on, time out, time out.
yeah,
How many people have been doing meditation consistently? Don't lie. Okay. All right, cool. Good, good. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
that's one, and this is where I'm super glad that Jordan is doing this with me because she's the one that keeps me on track with meditating.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, doing that, we've been doing it morning and night. Um, and it's sometimes it's hard for me to not fall asleep, but even if I drift off, I'm like it still just puts me in a good space.
Mhm.
And then doing the self-talk, like at first it was kind of awkward. Like I felt it's crazy just
Yeah.
talking into space, you know?
Yeah.
Um, but it's God, I don't it's a trip because I thought that my goals or my wants
Mm-hmm.
were like the things that I wanted to achieve, but now it's like, well, why? Like, why do I
Mm-hmm.
want that? So one of them, for example, is I wanted to be a multimillionaire, but then I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
why? Why do I need that much? Do I need that much money? Do I need like what's the purpose behind that?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, man, I really just want it for a means to an end. Like I want to have a home for my kids to go and sprint and run, go and it's safe. Like I want a
Mm-hmm.
spot where we can grow our own food and vegetables and all that stuff, right?
Yeah. And you
And
got this from self-talk, right?
peace. Yeah, yeah. And it's really at the end of the day, it boils down to like I want peace. I want a peaceful life. And so it's kind of like um I think Tanya was talking about it, how it's like, well, it was like right when I hopped on, it was like kind of I came in like mid sentence, but for me, it's almost like I'm walking up to this ledge and I'm blindfolded
Mm-hmm.
and I just got to make a leap and trust that there's something there that's going to catch me and that is what's meant for me. So like this goal, I might grab something, it swings me and takes me right to the goal. I don't know.
You have no idea.
Yeah, and I'm trying to really not worry about the how.
Mm-hmm.
What's that going to look like? How's that going to happen? What's the timeline? I'm like, I don't give a shit. I just literally, if it's 10 years from now, 20 years from now, if it's when I'm 60, 70 years old, once I hit that place, I'm like, let's get enough.
You know
So
what you want.
yeah.
I want
Um,
to point out, I want to point
yeah.
out something about what you're saying. So you're moving, just correct me if I'm wrong, you're
Yeah.
moving forward
Mhm.
even though you're not exactly sure what's going to happen by moving forward.
Right. But that's the key though, is I always ask for clarity. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
this is what I want. I'm here now. This is what I think and what I
Mm-hmm.
think I should be doing. But if that's not for me or that's not what I should be doing, just give me clarity. Even if that means me completely dropping everything I'm doing
Mm-hmm.
and starting, recreating myself. I don't, if that's what it is, I'm gonna do it. And then because I ultimately want to be where my desires are.
Yeah.
And I want to
And,
have along the way
and question. So how often are you doing this through the day?
the self-talk.
Yeah.
I did it twice today.
Okay. And is it
Yeah.
about two times? You doing it two, maybe one or two times?
Sometimes more. Sometimes it is one time, but and I started doing this because it's what Jordan does. She always like, I'm like, I'm gonna try that. So I know for her, like, I mean, we both are doing it now, but like we're just like constantly, even if it's like 10 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
I'll do like some self-talk, even if it's like internal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like physically speaking it out, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's so much more powerful when you literally speak it out into the universe.
Yes, it
Uh,
is.
and I think, you know, some crazy stuff kind of happened today that I'm like, well, shit, it worked. So one of them, which and these are kind of gauges to me too, that I'm like on the right path. So,
Mhm,
um, like we own a software company and it's a
mhm,
startup and we're self-funded. Like I I dropped out of college. I actually got kicked out of college. I was doing door-to-door sales. Um, that's a whole different world. That's a whole different story for a different day. But long story short, I'm on this path where I'm at now. And I don't have investors. I don't come from like a wealthy family. I
Mm-hmm.
grew up in a place where there's more cows than people. And we didn't have a police station. It was like a little dust bowl here in Idaho.
Yeah.
Um, so I've always had that self-doubt, but like doing this, oh, I'll never make it big. Oh, I'm not smart enough. Oh, I got kicked out of college. Oh, I'm just gonna have to figure it out, you know? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, fast forward to today after just meditating and doing the self-talk. So we had our first client that paid for their software subscription for the year up front. Year in
Yes.
full. I was like, are you serious?
Yes.
It was wild. And like didn't expect it. I mean, he kind of like he mentioned it the other day, but then I was like, okay, so we met up today for coffee and he's like, all right, well, yeah, like let's yeah, what like how do I pay you? And I was like, well, did you still want to pay in full? You mentioned that. He's like, how much is it? And I told him, he's like, yeah, let's do it. I was like,
Let's
shit.
go.
Um,
Yes.
and then something too
Yes.
that I've really been like, it's been I think it's been a desire is because it's going to help our I guess our goal and like our journey with the with this new business, but I've been wanting to have like a line of credit for the
Mm-hmm.
business. I've never had one. I've owned multiple businesses, exited, some have failed. Like
Mm-hmm.
I just keep running at it.
Mm-hmm.
I love what you said about, well, how long, like how long do you keep trying for, or how many times do you keep trying until it works?
Until it works.
And this is where I feel like this is all coming into alignment. So today, as I pull up to this meeting, I got an email from my this checking account that they said, hey, you've been approved for a line of credit. And I'm like, holy shit, like here we go. So but that's something else. I've been doubting myself. I mean, I've been an entrepreneur for like the last almost 8 years,
Mm-hmm.
and I've never had business credit. I've always just bootstrapped it and like just move things forward. And so today I feel like it was a massive win.
Hey, and time out.
Yeah.
You did we talk about this before I called you up?
No.
Okay, look. And you probably would have raised your hand and said, let me talk about this.
What? Yeah. Yeah.
Look,
Yeah, I didn't realize.
look,
I
I'm
don't
just saying. Why did I call on Colby?
I don't know.
Exactly. I'm just doing what my gut. I'm doing exactly what I tell you how to do. I'm literally just doing what my gut tells me to do.
Yes, that's the thing is I'm like, okay, and so God, sorry, I don't know, I get kind of scatterbrained sometimes and I know my thoughts are all over the place. So this is also helping with that. But yes, like that's that part of it. It's like feeling like you're blindfolded and saying, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how this is going to go down. I don't know how it's going to look, but I don't care. I'm just going to follow my gut. I'm going to trust that if I step left, that's the right step. If I
Yep.
step right, I'm going to trust because that's just what I'm feeling. And I mean, they're also those are just a couple of examples of what have been happening for us.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan's got some stuff that is starting to pop off with her because she has another business and
Mm-hmm.
like I'll let her share that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just this is literally changing our lives. Um, yeah, I don't know that's the only thing I can say is
Colby.
stick to the basics, meditate, ask for clarity, follow your gut. I mean,
There we go.
yeah,
Colby.
if I can do it, anybody can. Because like I said, I literally from a place where most people don't leave, and it's it's truly like it's a blessing to be on this path and on this journey with all of you guys, and just like to be experiencing this. And I hope everyone knows too that like Jordan and I, we constantly are thinking about everybody else. We even though we don't know we don't know any of you, right? But we're like when people jump on and talk, like we're like, oh, we hope they get that, or we hope, they start getting that. Like even some of the artwork and singing, like all the creative side, like we're both fairly creative, and we're like, man, we should do something like I don't know, just like let's just follow what makes us happy, and it's interesting how as that happens, all the wants and the goals change. Like now I'm like literally today, part of my self-talk, I'm like, I don't care I don't care how much money I make. It's not even about that. It's I want the thing that I think is on the other side, and it's that peace. It's that like family, comfort, safety. Um, like yeah, like that is what we want on the other side. It's not, oh, $100 million is going to solve that. Well, yeah, $100 million could solve a lot of things, but it might not take, that might be overkill. And it made me think of the whole like, well, there's something like the $1 million versus the 6 million and 10. I can't remember the exact specifics of that, but anyway, this has been incredible. And I I feel like the more I do it, the less I know, or the more I have to learn, the more I need to shift.
Uh-huh.
I've also been feeling like a lot of my anxiety is slipping, like it's going
Uh-huh.
away.
Mm-hmm.
I feel I'm already coming into like this like more peace. I feel more centered,
Mm-hmm.
especially with my wife doing this with me.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah,
Colby.
it's incredible.
Colby, thank you for sharing. I appreciate you for sharing that. Y'all, I did not pay Colby to say that. Okay? I didn't pay him to say that. I had no idea all of that was going on in your life, Colby. I had no idea.
Oh
I
man, and
just
there's
but
more. Yeah.
I had a sense that you were picking it up in a way that was going to be helpful to other people in the group. I'm appreciative that you're here and that you actually shared that. Thank
Man,
you.
thanks for letting me share it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to. That's literally what I was about to. So Alicia just pointed at me and said, point out that mastermind. Okay, look. Colby and Jordan have a mastermind. Okay. That gives you a power that you cannot imagine. It's the next level. It's next level. What the first chapter in Law of Success in 16 Lessons. You're welcome, Colby, man. But first chapter in Law of Success in 16 Lessons is the mastermind chapter. When two or more minds are gathered together in unison, nothing is denied from them. Now, it's two levels of mastermind. You got a general mastermind, which is this. Then y'all gonna need a specific mastermind that's specific to your goal. Now, you can create that. We're gonna talk about how to create that. Tonight is about action. But Colby just gave y'all a masterclass on action. The actions that you're supposed to be doing, y'all, is saying this stuff out of your mouth all day and meditating in the morning and meditating at night, because results come from it. If you want money, money will come to you. I'm telling you. Money will come to you. You'll do the stuff, but it's gonna be like the action gets 10 times the results with less effort. And you don't know how it's happening. It makes no sense to you, but it just starts working. If it's music, you'll release a song and people will actually listen to it. And you don't know why. It's the same stuff you did all the time. Everything will work for you. Do you know why? It's because you're connecting your lower mind, which is the thinker, to your higher mind, which is not thinking. It's vibrating. So when these two become one, when these two, the lower mind that thinks all the time, and this one that's not thinking and is just vibrating, become one, this one is able to communicate and move through the lower one. That means your life is being done, not you doing your life. Your life is being done through you. You're being done. So you'll do actions, but you're not doing the actions. The actions are being done through you. You don't know where it's coming from. And as long as you don't make the mistake, like Jay said, of getting arrogant and saying, oh, I'm so good at this. As long as you don't make that mistake, you will continue to go upwards. If you can say, oh, no, this is the light, because I have no idea how this is happening. If you can just keep saying that sincerely, everything is going to work. That's what's happening for me, Alicia. That's what's happening for everybody in the group. If you just apply this, now the only difference is the levels of extreme, how extremely you apply it. See, when you realize that meditating 20 minutes in the morning and at night will pay you, maybe y'all gonna meditate. Hopefully y'all meditate after you see it will pay you money if you meditate. I'm trying to tell you. And also, if you talk out loud, you'll find out what moves to make the money. If that's what you want. But you can't think that it's just, oh yeah, no. I'm trying to tell you. And I'm saying it, but Colby just did the job. When you apply this and you know what you want, you will make money. Money is going to be the last of your issues. You're going to just want to be on the damn journey. The feeling of the experience of creating it is more fun than making the money. Correct me if I'm wrong, Colby. The experience you had leading up to it was probably more fun just getting the transaction.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was going to add too, like kind of a disclaimer. I'm like a fairly lazy person. Like I wouldn't say I'm a workhorse by any means. And I haven't changed much of my routine. Like that's literally the only thing I've changed in my routine is meditate, ask for clarity. What do I do next? Like just guide me, keep an open mind, and then just follow the gut. And it's like it's been day and night. So yeah, it has. I haven't, I'm not waking up any earlier than I am. I'm not eating different. I'm not working longer out. I'm actually working fewer hours. But it's like I'm like, man, this is sweet. Like, and I'm telling you, like
It worked.
those are the basics. I've been sticking to it. Jordan's been sticking to it. Like I said, she's having stuff happen too. And yeah,
It works.
I keep saying, yeah, if I can do it and it's working for me, man, I hope, yeah, that's my hope. I hope everybody's feeling this and getting this too.
Me too.
Yeah.
Thank you. And you helping a lot. I know you're helping a lot.
Man.
You are helping people to get it. Because y'all hear it from me all the time. It's called the law of familiarity. It's like, that's Josh. He says it all the time. I get it. You can't, it just turns into just chatter after a while. So you got to hear it from somebody. You got to hear it from somebody. Once you hear it from somebody else, it's like, what? It works? It's just something different about it coming from somebody else. Thank you, Cole, because you just helped a lot of people tonight to make them realize this is not a fairy tale. We're not doing this for just kicks and giggles.
Literally not. Yeah, this is, I mean, something. So I don't know. I think Josh, you do door to door, or have you done it?
I used to do door to door. Yeah, I used to do door to door.
I've caught some things where I'm like, I wonder if he did door to door too.
Yeah, you could tell.
That's
it just
different.
Comes out.
Yeah, that's like a different. It's like you like to be successful. Like yes, there's a lot of the like, okay, work smart, be efficient, but it is like perfecting. It's like repetition over and over, and kind of perfecting your craft of the sale. Mm-hmm. But that's almost like I can make that happen, but I have to work my ass off to make that happen. Yes. This is like I'm gonna do those basics, and things are gonna come to me. And it's a different ball game. And yeah,
that's the key. That's the key. I remember this is the last thing I would say, and then we're gonna hop off here because we've been on a little long. I remember tonight is about action, but you just heard a masterclass from Colby on action. I remember when I was literally going door to door. I was doing solar, and that's when the 21 grand hit my account. And I'm like, wow, I literally just did all of this work on solar, and I made the money from somewhere completely different that had nothing to do with solar. It was like it came from Concord Music Group. Just deposited $21,000 to my account. They're like, what? I'm like, why? They called me and was like, look, we wired it. Obviously, we can't do anything about it. You can keep it. I'm like, okay. Okay. And that came after I'm doing work on the doors. You have no idea where the money's coming from. That showed me. I know what the divine showed me that day. You have no idea where this money is coming from. Stop thinking you know. You don't know. It could be anything. And it's not, the money is just reason we talking about money is because most people got ears perked up for money, but it's irrelevant what it is. Soulmate, you have no idea where it's coming from. I didn't know I was going to travel across the country and be in Kansas. I would have never stopped in Kansas and settled my life here. I was in Dallas. I'm in California. I'm not in Kansas. No, I'm in Kansas. It's my home. I love it. Okay, how was I supposed to know that? I would have never known that. So I'm telling you, you gotta know this stuff is gonna come from wherever it's gonna come from. You just need to do what logically you need to do right in front of you. This stuff will work if you're doing the meditation in the morning and at night. If you're talking out loud to yourself on a regular basis. If you're following your gut and doing the natural next thing your gut tells you to do. If you're doing those things, it will work. If you're not, don't be surprised why you're not getting results. And you're going to get results anyway because the mastermind is here. You're going to get some results. But I'm telling you, if you actually do it, it will work. It works if you work it. Now, mind you, Colby has a secret power. It's called a mastermind with Jordan. Get somebody that might be on the same level as you and say, look, we're going to succeed together. Pull them in. I don't care who they are. Just pull them in if they want the same thing as you. And say, we're going to do this. Put them in a boot camp. I'm serious about this. Put them in a boot camp. If you put somebody through the boot camp, who's your best friend? Now you got to be aware. Use discernment. Say, who should I choose? Get clarity. And then y'all do this together, you will get incredible results. Your results will be exponential. It will be night and day. It's just different. So, all right, I'm going to open up for a couple questions right now, and then we're going to close out. Just a few. Because I know we over. Anybody got any questions, comments, observations? Really quickly, keep it short.
I got a quick one.
Okay.
Well, Colby didn't want good share about what he asks for when he's in his asking phase. It's super easy to meditate for me, but as soon as I come out of meditation, the internal speaker is fine. But once I go into talking it out, it's like, I don't know, I have challenges. And I'm wondering, I did order the book, it's coming, but it takes another week to get to me, I guess. In the meantime, what kind of questions or what kind of things, like, I'm still challenged with that, even though I think I know what I'm supposed to do, I challenged.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was too the first couple of times doing it. I remember like I first started doing it, I'm like, oh God, I don't even know if I'm doing this right. But I kind of just talk like I almost like as if someone else is in the room, or if it was like a clone of me and I'm talking to me. So that's something that I've done, or I guess that's how I do it.
Into a mirror? You talk to yourself in a mirror?
No, like I'll be like moving around the house. Like the first day I did it, I was like doing dishes and like cleaning the kitchen area. My favorite time to do it is in the shower or when I'm driving. Especially when I'm driving, I feel like that's when it just I'm kind of in my little capsule in my truck. Like, yeah, I pull the sunshade back, the sun's coming in, like I try and kind of set the scene. Luckily I have like beautiful scenery, so it kind of like gets me in a good headspace to do it. And then I literally just I say like, hey, I'm here. Like I'm working on XYZ. I've changed. I'm still working on it, but I'm trying to change from, oh, I want this to I desire this. I desire a home for my family. I desire a place where my grandkids can come and visit us.
Another way to word that is, one way that I was taught by my teacher is, I would love to have.
Yeah.
Or it would be great
I would
when.
love to have. I like
Could be a
that.
good one.
That's a few other ones.
I'm gonna
But
try
go ahead,
that.
Colby. You're doing great.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that one too. I was having a hard time with that too because, like yesterday, how I shared, I was like, I'm trying to figure out like distinguish between what I want and what I desire. So I realized I'm like, man, most of the shit that I want, I don't actually want it.
Exactly. Because a want is not that challenging. You can get everything you want, but a desire, you got to put yourself into it.
You got to throw yourself fully in.
Yeah. And
Good
something
point.
else I keep in mind, like when I'm talking to, is I'm always like reminding myself that I literally have everything I need.
Mm-hmm.
Those basic needs, I'm like, okay, I have a home. I threw my list too, like transportation, like where I live, we're kind of in the sticks. So I gotta have we have a home, transportation, food, water, and then the other ones that we talked about in a couple calls ago, like I think it was like community, love, like those are all things I'm like, damn, I have like all that. I literally don't need anything else.
There we
I
go.
have what I need. So everything on top of this is just gravy. So that's where I'm
There
like,
we go.
you know what? It's something else. I'm
The
like,
gravy is where the sharing happens because we can't share
yeah,
what we need. We can only share what we have in excess. So
Right.
once you have your needs met, now the beauty comes. I got that covered. What can I add to other people's arena?
yes,
That's
yeah,
why I can share freely my thoughts because they're just thoughts.
yeah,
Mhm.
If I was like, oh my God, I got to sell my thoughts, then I wouldn't be able to share them. So if
right,
you monetize it, then it's different. But if you don't
yeah.
monetize it, then you can let
You
it.
just share.
And you give it. So that I will say, I'm glad you brought that up because that's also something that I talk about in all my self talk, and I'm always asking like, okay, what's something that I can give freely and not have any attachment to? So there's even stuff with like my
Tonight you did. Tonight you gave freely. It was awesome.
yeah, thank you. I mean, I'm just sharing what what's been working.
Hold on. How many people benefited from Colby talking tonight?
100%, 1000%.
Damn, cool.
Just so you could get a visual.
Yeah, I'm telling you guys, I really hope you all are doing it too because it literally has changed my life. And like, yeah, always like ask too for things that you can share. Like how, like for me, it's always like paying it forward. Like what can I freely give? Like help me understand. Like make it clear to me like what I can freely give and something that will be of benefit or that can really like um enrich someone else's life. Big or small? Is it just smiling? Is it giving a smile or a handshake, or is it physically giving something?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't
Hey,
have to be. Well,
no, go. You said you was gonna say it doesn't have to be physical, right?
right. It doesn't have to be physical. What it has to
Yeah.
be, most likely, a benefit is from the heart. Because when you give something from the heart, it's bigger. It's like you can't buy my love, but you can shine, and then all of a sudden, wow, you got my love because it's the shine, it's the glimmer, it's the bright lights of Hollywood. When someone's on stage and giving their stuff, in that moment, it's like they're just sharing their essence.
Share.
And when you
Yeah.
share your essence, that's where the power is.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. I'm gonna wrap this up because I know we over time, but I'm so grateful for y'all being on this call tonight.
Huge.
I love each and every one of y'all. And look, be in the chat, ask questions in the chat, figure out what's going on, get yours together. You can do this. You can do this. I want you to write down a ridiculous goal tonight that you can feel in your soul because you saw Colby doing it. Now you should have a boost in faith. How many people got a little boost in faith and belief? Okay. Up your goal now. Up your goal now and write it down and do what Colby is doing. You will get it. It just happens. All right. So I will see y'all in the chat. I love y'all.
Night,
Peace.
y'all.